right, guys, welcome to TNT. We got casted pro scrims going on for you guys today. Yeah, I'm with my my caster over here, Sonsoyo. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited for these matches. We'll see what we can put together here. Right now, we only have 2 confirmed teams, so we'll be going ahead straight into that. What teams we got, though, Satan?
We have the Scallywags going up against Team Refine, and that's Lasagna and Belize's team, respectively. So we got a nice, juicy couple games we got coming up right now. Right, we just posted our first short form clip on YouTube, so go check that out on YouTube at Ape Squad.
Featuring a new clip from these TNT scrims.
All right, as we head into this match, we have 2 really strong teams, Lasagna, Perzan, and El Toco going up against Wally, Police, and Zuki. The Scallywags.
Awesome seeing a Telco and Perzan bring out the winch in this landscape.
Right.
And see really how strong it can be.
Threat detected.
Exactly, so yeah. We got the teams kind of jumping up. We have the Team Refine on high ground. Both going for high ground attempts right here. Lots of damage on RPG. Bubbles coming out. Police takes out Perzan. Police taking out Lasagna. He's going for the 3-piece.
Those Police making some waves, trying to get a pick on Zuki, but gets taken out himself.
That will be a team wipe.
And we're gonna go ahead and get this tap going. They do have a quick, easy rotation all the way over to A.
Yeah, that's Scallywags taking a very decisive first fight right there, and they will get the plug on into A via probably one of the stronger defensive spots in this map. Like we were just talking about, the spawns are just so hard to go against.
And we do have to mention that Perzan and Atoko are both EU, so they're going to be playing on ping today. So they do have a little bit of handicap in their favor, but still, I do think they can manage.
Respectable players, for sure.
Going to go on this head glitch. Police wasting that winch. And now, Perzan making it his advance. Going to be looking for an RPG, but they get away.
Yeah, Scallywags just kiting really well. Look how well they are holding their hands right now, each of their hands. They just playing like an absolute unit, and we have Refine trying their best to find out where they are. D-Mac comes out, a couple shots come out. Winch is missed by Belize. Now they're going to back up. H+ Infuser gets infused into Belize. Belize now running away. They take pad. Look how close this team is playing. I am just absolutely impressed by this team's, like, the Scallywags right now. Their ability. Ooh, Zuki having to kite away. He has a TP back on height. They're taking fight. Police going insane. Wally taking out Perzan. Getting the fit back on Perzan. Refine is taking a lot of damage right here. They are not in the best shape.
Police getting pushed by Perzan. Getting taken out, but they get a quick reset. Wally ready for that defense.
It is a 3v1 and
goes down.
Yeah, Scallywags taking this first point. Yeah, barricades, right? What
these
about
barricades? I do not understand what EU is thinking with these. I understand why they take it, but I do not think it is the pick. But we're gonna see whether or not it aids them. They did create a little bit of cover for themselves, but also provided cover for Belize to sit behind us.
Exactly.
But we're going to be seeing Scallywags taking this first point.
That's kind of the meta, right? In EU, they use a lot of barricades over there,
Winch
right?
Barricade, yep. Winch barricade over there.
Barricades.
And Winch is coming back in style, so therefore the barricades come in following.
Love to see that there are differences in the metas.
Oh, the Asian meta is crazy. Oh, big C4 maybe, but does dodge it narrowly. Guys, I'm going to block the winch with the barricade. Unfortunately, misses his own.
Lasagna taking a lot of damage. Lasagna, he's 2-bar. Lasagna having a kite. Wally taking out. Yup, Wally takes out a Toko. Now Perzan and Lasagna. They do get the res off, but he dies for it. Perzan by himself. Now they get the fibs, reset on Scallywags, and that will be the rest of Team Refine. I don't think this is necessarily Team Refine like we're seeing here. I think they have some subs right now. So I believe that's their team.
I don't know where Uni's going to go. Uni's been hopping around. I think Uni's just been playing when he can.
I believe Lasagna is the one that told me that is his team. So Could be wrong there. Maybe like we said, a lot of changes happening in these teams. Teams trying out new things, new teams. 100K is on the line.
Yeah, 100K. A lot of teams with getting sponsorship. We see Perzon and Atelka rocking Team Pulsar.
Reloading.
Congratulations to them.
We got some fans in the chats. Team Scallywags. Let's go, Scallywags. I see you guys. Lasagna's taking a lot of damage, having a kite. Scallywags do get the initial plug here. So they have a rather strong. There's a lot of these cash outs are really strong on defensive. So this is a very defensive map, in my opinion.
Yes, very defensive, very indoor focused. There's a couple alleyways you have to watch out, but for generally, like, pretty good. They're going to be looking to glitch that gateway up above point. Going to potentially look to bait this thing in and try and get...
Police, they're just hiding under, playing really slow. Their pacing is incredible right now, so they are looking absolutely locked. Team Scallywags. Winch goes out.
Found. Police misses the winch. Atelka does get a little bit of damage, but it gets healed rather quickly. Now this team's going to play this first floor and rotate all the way away. Perzon trying to find them.
Police.
They're going to look to bounce pad back up on the height as soon as they go for this.
Exactly. That is a nasty play. They got the RPG out. They do get the drop. They pad up. They are looking for it.
Lasagna still has high ground over anyone.
Gets winched away. Point
takes Zuki, but Perzon following shortly behind. Wallio getting chased down with 2 HP. Going to be looking for that goo, but does not get it. Police now by himself with a full paint team.
There we go. Team Refined. Lasagna. Able to clutch one out.
Yeah, I mean, fantastic play. Lasagna, fortunately, does not get pushed on that high ground. Was able to rain hell upon Zuki and take him out rather quickly with that 2 burst of the 93R.
Right, they were able to winch the point away, but they did ultimately lose the team fight, so Scallywags at least. Scallywags spawning in. They're not going to have any time on this. If I was them, I would just try to get some positioning here on this next point. They're opting to try to fight, potentially. So we'll see what Scallywags decides to do.
A little bit of an ego fight here. I mean, they have to go the distance. They have to go through them if they even want a chance at this vault.
I just love how... Ooh, Lasagna going crazy with the 9-3R, taking out Wally from a mile away right there. So
Lasagna going to look for an off angle. Going to get some shots off on Zuki.
Defib comes out. Perzon in trouble. Zuki taking out Perzon. And that is just Lasagna by himself right now, trying to run away.
The model. Did you see that range?
Yeah, that is. I've been having a good time with the model. That thing's okay. Like,
I was doing some scrimming earlier, and I faced Sergnal's model. And I'm like, holy, this gun has some crazy range right now. It just feels impeccable.
Sergnal, another well-known player in this community, also really good with the model. So. I mean, when I scrimmed him, he pulled out the pike, actually going crazy. I think the pike might be the best medium weapon, not gonna lie. The maps that thing is good at is literally so oppressive. The pike is just
I think
so strong.
We're pretty good medium meta right now. The pike might just be the strongest.
Right. It's also map dependent, right?
It does struggle in some of these indoor points.
Yeah, exactly.
Again,
like you want to want a pike
for
here.
A fire rate nerf, and then everything is like very even. And then we just need to look at this light class, this broken light class.
I mean, they did give a fuser. Yeah, give it a little bit of a nerf, right? Like, it was like 15 per shot.
So wait for those glitches to get put to 1. We're going to be going ahead in this fight. Wally taking some massive damage now at 1 HP.
Wally is one shot.
Heals, but not enough to stop him from that 93R.
Police gets winched in as well.
Police running with that box, going to throw it away and get taken out.
Yeah, if you look at the scoreboard, Lasagna really holding it down for his team, has 6 kills right now. He's finishing those kills off with the 9-3R. I think the 9-3R is also another weapon that is really good for the lights right now, just because of the capability of taking out a light in 2 bursts, right? Like, light being so strong, being able to take out the other light as quickly as you can with the 9-3R can be very devastating to a team fight. So 90
that's
yards.
crazy range, honestly.
Yeah, as we just saw right there, he took out Wally a mile away. That was crazy.
I'm surprised more people are not using the V9S. I think that gun is highly underrated right now. But this is going to be very hard to take.
If Zuki was playing, he might have just pulled that out like he did the last time. V9S is crazy for sure. The last time we saw it on the show.
Police looking to winch this over to a little bit of cover, tries to get over on that second floor. But now Perzon dropping in. He has no winch, but both even help. Unfortunately, both teams stay alive. We get the trades coming down, and now it's going to be a 2v1. Zuki going to be last alive for his team. Going to be trying to dash around, dash away from those bullets, but Lasagna gets to take him out.
Scallywags are in a not the best shape right now. There's looking like one more fight here they potentially have, but it's also going to be like not a lot of time, so Scallywags have to be very aggressive on this next push to have any kind of opportunity to take this. Yeah, Lasagna's team able to turn things around. They had a rough start to this match here, but now it looks like things are clicking.
Gateway pad to make all the distance up that they need. Lasagna going to be rallying on this back wall. Every team is going to be playing in different angles to have as many opportunities to try and stall it as possible. Sonsoyo gets taken out almost first, but unfortunately now he's on the back end. Lasagna's going to get a clean glitch with a great angle on Police. Police gets winched, and Perzon just gonna get beamed down from above, but no, it's not going to be enough because Atelco is still on that high ground.
Team Refine, aka Team Lasagna, taking first game here. Incredible plays, able to turn things around and win that game.
Rocking the new America drip.
Yes,
Playing with a full EU team, but rocking the America drip. Look, I respect it. Perzon's even's got a football, a pigskin in his hands.
America.
Wild.
Yeah, you got the America drip. Both teams playing really well.
Lasagna really clutching up that game with 10 kills. I mean, we see a pretty even board over on Scallywags, but Lasagna really putting his team on his back. Obviously, we do see Perzon and Atelco playing on EU, getting some great damage and great distraction for Lasagna to thrive. And making sure all the dots, all the T's are crossed and I's are dotted, you know, so making sure everything is clean, clear, and decisive.
Yeah, Police was going crazy with that. SA-12, both heavies are really good. Like we said,
Police is pretty goated with the winch. He's like one of those players that really brought winch meta into reality during Season 3, during TA, and just sitting on rooftops, countering the jump pad RPGs and just winching them in. We're going
for a quick fight here. Police is in trouble.
Half HP, but Lasagna following shortly after going to be losing his HP. Lasagna's going to be running away from Police, trying to buy all the time. Atelco, Perzon both have Police just being the tank for their team right now. Going to have to go for the cleanup. Duki's going to need to peel for his team.
Look at that spot. Dude, look at Lasagna just sitting on that corner behind right there.
And
just
pumping
healing
out
his
those
team.
heals.
Yeah, that was really well played by Lasagna. Able to get his team back on their feet during that fight. Police put himself in a bad spot.
To really wipe that light and get that damage out there.
Speaking more on
even
the,
after the nerf.
Yeah, speaking more on the winch here, it's a really good meta to have considering the heals, right? Like lots of teams just trying to get the steal with the heals. If you just winch that point away, the heals don't matter. So
that and you can just relocate the player from their own heals.
Yup,
right?
displacement,
heals. And that's
the CC.
Again, look, that's the one thing that I called out going into this season is that winch is coming back, bro. Even before the season.
You can see it in these pro scrims. Lots of usage of winch here.
I mean, looking to winch this point away from the high ground, maybe forcing it, looking for a bait. Hopefully they did drop shield, and now Perzon has a shield of his own. Going to winch that point away. Does not get the value on the player, but he does get the stall. And now they have an ability to sit and play this high ground. Right on top of Police. Police looking aggressively, going to winch Lasagna. They need to confirm this kill. Lasagna getting traded out for Police, and now it's going to be Zuki maybe falling shortly after. Wally does get his regen. Gonna get that reset. Both teams full reset now. Unfortunately for Perzon, he does miss that winch, but Lasagna clutching up.
Yeah, like I feel like the medium is probably the more important player to take out first, right? Because of the defibs. Like going for the lights is cool because the light is. I mean, the light's also a big pick. But as we saw in that fight, they were able to get the defib right back on the light. So
that is true. I mean, getting that medium out of there, you have to take out a medium or a light to get tons of value. Like, if they're in a bad position and that light is taken out, like that could be huge. But if they're able to get that red, this is almost meaningless.
Yeah, exactly. Police being traded out for the light. Unfortunate.
That's not work.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go down to there.
Losing a lot of your util and X factor.
Winch comes out. Perzan is in trouble. They take out Perzan relatively fast. Police completely on their feet, all full health right now. They might go for a steal right now. Last second steal. Lasagna. They don't have it.
Get on it in time, but
I don't think they have it.
Lasagna followed shortly after. Unfortunately, I don't even think he had time for that.
I mean, well played on them taking out their heavy really fast, but still not a lot of time left on that point. Unfortunately, losing that point. That was well played. That was just a little too late. You know.
Yeah, they came in there with speed and confidence, and it just...
Now they will be moving on to the second cash out. Hopefully they get the defense this time around on Scallywags. Looking for an early... Ooh, looking for an early rotate onto. However, Refined spawns. Has a crazy spawn. Able to pressure Zuki off now.
Zuki's just going to relocate and
have to make another play. Back away, figure out where they want to move this box. As Team Refined takes control of the middle section on Holto. Scallywags moving over, padding over, looking like they want to plug into C. C's a really good place to plug on defense. Refined following them right behind them. However, Scallywags will get the plug in right now.
Lasagna's setting up a gateway for his team.
Yep. Lasagna being very aggressive there. Not a lot of damage on both teams. Point is still not plugged, and both teams have a really good opportunity here to plug.
Police's dome goes down.
They lose the high ground though. Going for pad right back up.
This is a huge ring around the Rosie.
Yes, it is.
He goes out from a Police onto a Telco, but he gets healed back up. Perzan's going to go down. Unfortunately, getting Winch out of the side of his dome. Police is going to look for this plug. Shoot
now Lasagna by himself. That was a nice little ring around the Rosie there, right? Up and down crazy. And around and about. Able to kite away, get the pie ground right back, and get the kill on the heavy, which ultimately won them the fight. Well played by these Scallywags. They need this point to move on to a third and final point, so hopefully they can clutch up this point. Oh, look at this team Refines. Yeah, that was a far spawn. Okay.
They're ready to go. I mean, these triangle pads, moving them so efficiently. Lasagna going to look for a gateway pad, get his team in there.
They do get in there. They are playing stairs. Probably going to wait out, see what Lasagna's team does here in these next few moments. The point is halfway through, so whoever wins this team fight will win this cash out.
Now we're going to go for a fight across the bridge. Perzan going to sit behind his...
Ooh, Zuki taking a lot of damage. Zuki's two bar right now, having a Kai and live. They're being very aggressive on Zuki. Zuki gets out of there with the skin of his teeth, gets his regen. Now they get the turnaround on Perzan. On the Tolko. The Tolko gets taken out. However, Perzan winches in Wally. And Wally ultimately flies. Now it's a 2v1 right now. Lasagna by himself. Man, that went back and forth right there. Lasagna gets queued, and he will get taken out. And the Scallywags will clutch out the rest of this point. It will go to a third and final cash out. Well played by the Scallywags right there. Perfect. Perfect. Zuki just living by the skin of his teeth. He was 2-bar, and I was kind of worried there, but able to get away and preserve his life.
Yeah, that gateway being so pivotal in his escape, and his team just right there ready to peel for him and bait that in.
Perfect. This will go into a third and final cash out. We have Refine spawning midsection here, padding over, getting a TP2 height. However, they're kind of all over the place right now. Scallywags might have a good opportunity here. Police gets winched in. Lots of damage on Police gets taken out by Perzan. Scallywags in deep trouble right now. It's a 3v2 and they are low. They have to run away. Wally taking a lot of damage here.
He's taking out himself.
2v1 right now. Zuki by himself. And Refine. I don't know if this is Team Refine. I'm going to just say Team America now because they got the America drip.
Rocking the EU's rocking America.
Yes, sir.
Perzan swapped off, though.
It's the 4th of July. It's the 4th of July in EU, too, you know? Not just America. So
maybe gatewaying this point over. But they're going to be rather contested.
Team America. I'm going to just say Team America from now on. I don't care. Team America does get to plug in. Scallywags controlling high ground potentially right now. Looking for their team. They're looking for D-Match. They drop down one level. They are on the same level. However, Team America gets the high ground right now. They opt for the flip. They might just get the flip here. They do get the flip.
What?
Winch comes out. Perzan gets in trouble.
I told him to go down too.
It is now Lasagna. Well played by the Scallywags right there.
No way.
Yeah, there's no way.
They just let them do that.
Team America ran a little too far. They weren't able to be attentive to that point. So it was just an easy flip on the team of Team Scallywags. And also Winch is coming out, taking out the heavy. Big plays, man. Big plays. Now they have control of this game. Scallywags, baby. America gets the spawn in. The Lasagna takes high ground. They all opt for a TP to height. Team America being very aggressive. Lots of shots on Zuki. Zuki able to get away. Lasagna's in trouble. He's half health, but he's able to get away as well. Both teams have full up. This has got to be fast. Somebody, whoever wins this fight will win the game. So Police takes a little bit of damage, gets healed right back up. Zuki's in trouble. Perzan gets taken out. And that's a Talco. Lasagna by himself. Lasagna gets taken out. Scallywags will take this game. Team America fumbling the bag on this map. It's like they will not be celebrating with fireworks after this. Well played by Scallywags right there. Able to turn things this time around on this map. Both teams adapting to each other here. GG.
Well, they made the adaptation they needed to. Gonna go in with this new camera sequence. Gonna celebrate.
Yeah, I like that. Those little details. How now you're able to have two different emotes. But as we could see the scoreboard, if we can, let me see. Let's look at the scoreboard a little bit. See what the scoreboard says. Both teams, just like the last game, actually going insane. They're going band for band with each other right here. These are all really good players. We have almost 4,000 across the board on every player. So lots of damage, lots of trades. Well played by both teams. All right, good old Sis Horizon. 1-1. Scallywags going up against Team America.
Let's get started.
AKA Team Refine. Lasagna's team.
I'm going down there.
Skies and bright weather set the stage for action.
Good spawns on both teams. Lasagna taking a little bit of damage. Lasagna's 2-bar at the moment. Lots of damage on Police. Police gets taken out by Perzan. Wally is also half health.
Now Dome just fell to the map.
They do get the defib on Police. Police get taken out again, but they get some trades going on.
And now
It is now 2-1-1. It's 1v1, light versus medium. Zuki versus El Talco right here. Zuki trying to get the high. Gets smacked by the Pike. Zuki. Pike is probably the most difficult matchup for a light. I mean, that and like the CL40, right? But good players tend to know how to play against the CL40. So Pike on the highest level for me, I think, is such a light killer. Like that Pike. It's like a couple shots and you're dead. 2 shots, 2 headshots and you're dead. Headshot, body shot, you're dead.
We're gonna see potentially a quick plug here, but dude, Team Scallywags is gonna be ready to contest. Gonna be sitting on this gateway, on this pad, gonna be ready to pounce.
Zana gets the plug in. Now it's Scallywags holding high ground at the moment. They're jumping down, trying to find a team, potentially trying to take a quick fight. However, America is hiding from them. They try to get the force flip, get that force fight. Lots of damage on Wally. Wally gets taken out. Wally gets taken out by Lasagna. Now it is a 2v3 situation. Lasagna. Police gets taken out as well. It is now Zuki yet again by himself. Lasagna's team going crazy at the moment. Winning another team fight here. They definitely have plenty of time on this next push, so not too bad of a spot for Team Scallywags right here. So hopefully they
Really going ahead, dropping these fire barrels right on this cash out, setting up a good defense. I mean, this is one of the worst spawns in the game, in my opinion. Like, being able, they're just gonna be like piped to hell here, but nobody's even watching. They're gonna just be ratting. Usually, you just get beamed, and beamed at that.
Scallywags being very aggressive. They are trying to get on the point.
At least he's gonna have an angle to steal through the wall.
Lots of damage.
Gets fire barrels just a tick.
Scallywags is in deep trouble right now.
Police falling.
Wally by himself. He's looking for a hard res right here. Lasagna finds him though, and that will be the first cash out going to Lasagna's team. Well played. Yeah, talking about the Pike, man. Like I said, if you look at the damage right now, he's doing a lot of entry damage for his team. All of them going crazy, respectfully. But I think that Pike is just so insane on the entry. Just do so much damage at range.
It's just, I'm fine with it doing 50 damage. It just needs to have a slightly slower fire rate if it's going to do that. Otherwise, bump it down to 49 damage and increase the fire rate just a little bit. It's right in that sweet zone where it's hard to balance. Look at Zuki. Part of his gun is going straight down to the ground. I don't know if you see this.
I do.
He has a big something I can't say, but we're gonna move on from that. Anyways, we got a ton of damage, and now we're gonna see Parazon gonna go falling down. But at least needs to get a dome out. Otherwise, it's just Wally and him at 2 HP. Zuki running
There's a 1v1 light, 1v1 light situation right here. Zuki up against Lasagna. Zuki he's getting a res. Both teams getting reses respectively. However, Lasagna has the high ground with his heavy. They do take the TP back, but it leads them nowhere. Still a 2v2. Now, Lasagna's team's all up right now. Lasagna's in trouble. Lasagna gets taken out by Police. Police gets re-healed. Back up with the he's gonna narrowly not take out Parazon.
Parazon 1 HP. It's just gonna be Zuki's. If I was Zuki, I would go to that point and try and melee throw that thing away.
Wally coins.
Wally gonna look for position, gonna eventually just rat and wait to see what Refine does.
Right, Refine just gonna go straight for plug, get some time on this as Wally gets his friends back up. Scallywags having to turn things around in this game. It's looking like Lasagna's team is playing really good right here in this map. Scallywags kind of not performing, but
not a very good setup on defense. That C4 is
defense.
It is not even on
that. Yeah. I don't need it. Whatever.
And let's see if that'll cost them. We're going to be going for a jump pad. Atelco does get sighted. Going to rotate away. Doesn't want to get jump padded on.
Police being very aggressive on heavy. He might find Atelco. He doesn't. Atelco and friends are now on low ground. Holding hands, playing very slow. Scallywags trying their best to find them. This is a one and done situation.
And there's a lot of cover. Honestly, that's a great amount of cover right there. Like, look for it.
Police gets winched in.
Taken out.
Wally's in trouble now. Zuki by himself. Has to play for coins. He's going to get taken out. That's pretty much the game right there. Unfortunately, Belize gets winched in. And that will be the fight on Team America.
Yeah, we're going to see Team America refined take out this game. There's going to be no time.
Right. Did you see how Belize tried to winch the point, but the goo blocked it?
Yeah, that was Wally's goo. Throwing down a goo.
Oh.
Unfortunately, after that goo, you just go for that point and bait it in. You know, like, you need to do something. Push this point and force them out. Zuki should go take high ground. Belize should force point and or Wally and just dive on top of this team trying to appeal for him.
Team America representing the 4th of July. That was well played on their side. Scallywags struggling just a little bit against that pike. I think the pike is easily the best weapon on medium, depending on the map, of course. But like, that thing is just so messed up to go against. Yeah, if you look at the damage numbers, it's really kind of one-sided. However, Scallywags had some really good games in those last couple games. So
yeah, we're gonna be going this next game. We have a huge advantage going into the way of Team Refine, taking it 2-1 currently. All we need to do is win one more map, and they do have the map pick going into this next one. So it's gonna be a big advantage. And not only do they have only one more game to win, but they do have the map pick going into that.
Yeah, that's a nice pike skin too. It like changes the reloader sounds or something. I like that pike skin. It's that $30 variant. It's that drip variant.
That pay to win.
That pay to win.
Let's get into it.
Here we go. Game number 4. We have a 3-1 situation. Team America with 2 wins and Scallywags with 1 win.
The live wires are electrifying the match. Opening vault 1.
Watch out, up there. I'm going for that zip.
There should be vying for positioning. Team Refine does have the back on their point, so they do have a good advantage. Parazon taking a very early jump, getting taken out. A little questionable, but we're going to be going ahead, pushing the advantage. Scallywags going to be going in, looking for another follow-up pick as a Telco gets that res. Belize does find a Telco. Going to be getting that winch, but that goo blocking it. What a great goo. And saves his RPG for Parazon. Going to be looking to finish that off. He needs some backup on a Telco. Zuki going to diff Lasagna and potentially a 1v1. I'm not sure if Wally was involved there, but
that's all of them.
Fantastically played from Belize and Wally on chasing down those kills and getting the damage advantage they needed.
Yeah, Zuki going crazy on that 9-3 yard, just lighting him up on the pad play right there.
And we're going to be coming in with a Meech and Merch raid.
Hey!
Raiders coming in.
We got a raid.
Hey, I mean, I love the 1v1 tournament I played with them. Fantastic. So great hosting there. But thank you. Shout out Meech and
Merch. Thank you. We have pro casted scrims going on right now. We have the Scallywags with Belize, Zuki, and Wally going up against Lasagna right now. Calling them Team America because he is playing with some EU friends. Or Refine. Yeah, we know Lasagna's team is now called Refine. So.
Gonna be getting a
big winch play. Massive winch on Belize.
Depth of hell.
Now, Scallywags are in trouble. They are down. Belize. They're probably going to try to sit back, maybe go wait for a coin here. However, Team America being very aggressive. Zuki's in trouble. Zuki and Wally are trying to live their best life, trying to get away, stay alive. America's going for the flip. They might just let them have it. Wait for Belize to coin in. And they will. Belize.
I think that's a smart play. Going to be waiting for Belize to coin in.
Get that reset.
You don't want to be put in a situation where one of your team gets picked and now you have no time.
Ooh, the pike just piked. Man. Yeah, like we were saying, this is a light-oriented map, and pike is really good against lights. So pike definitely being maybe a good play on this map. Police being very aggressive.
All three of them.
What is that?
These RPGs, I mean, that was a massive RPG, but unfortunately, his team was not there to follow up. Zuki gonna get that pick on a Telco. Police getting fibbed out, and Lasagna getting taken out by Wally. Wow, that just worked out in their favor, and you did not expect that to even happen.
No, you know I did not.
Perzan is gonna be looking for some back shots on Wally, but unfortunately, went to Zuki instead.
Zuki and Wally holding it down for Police. Police just jumping in and getting decent value with the RPG. Not gonna lie, like you said, it worked out crazy.
Jumping in there was insane.
Just suiciding just to get everyone half. I mean, he got a huge RPG.
Yeah, exactly. That was the RPG that won them, to be honest. Wow. Would not expect that to happen for the life of me. But Scallywags holding it down. Turning that fight around.
I mean, fantastic. We're going to be going into this next vault. I did not expect them to turn that around. I swear to God, Team Refined had that in the bag.
At point is not tapped. Lasagna looking for the touch. He will get the tap out. Lasagna in an interesting position. The team knows, Scallywags knows where he's at. They're looking for him. Coco trying to get some damage out.
Perzan gonna get some extra damage. Police still full HP.
Oh, trades.
A Telco getting a huge kill on Wally.
2v1 situation. Lasagna by himself.
Lasagna.
Yep. Lasagna 2-bar. See what he decides to do here. They do get the fib back up. The res back up. Lasagna just probably gonna wait for his coins. Just steam the coin in here. Taking some back shots with the 9-3R.
Police looking to
he
find
wants it.
Lasagna going
Police got
in.
fire in his eyes.
Lasagna gets a witch.
He takes him out. Yo, they did get the coins in though. Police found him, and that's an interesting way to find. Maybe he saw him. I didn't really see, but
I mean, you can hear audio cues definitely, but
right.
Wow. Calling him out, hiding under the stairs. This ain't Harry Potter, folks. Lasagna gonna be taken out under those staircases.
Dude, Police got fire in his eyes right now. He
Police
wants
not
every
down.
kill in the
We're
lobby.
Already 30 seconds almost into this point, and Police is not backing down. They are 200 meters away from the point, folks.
Wally is living his best life in the back right here.
Lasagna and Perzan, I would go over there and steal that shit from Wally.
It's looking like Lasagna has that idea. Zuki and Police are still fighting a Toko like 100 meters away from the point.
Wally's going to make his diff on Lasagna, but unfortunately now he's going to be shot by Perzan. Lasagna takes out Wally, and now they're going to have a free point, basically. Look,
right.
When you're going to go on an adventure, you better make sure it's close to home.
Do need a backup plan because that is not working out in Scallywags' favor. They were in very bad positions. Zuki able to take out Lasagna on a diff. Now Zuki probably going to play the coins again.
And shout out Dredd for making a clip. One of our only clippers out there. I mean, chat, takes notes from Dredd.
Shout out Dredd. He did have a cast.
His debut casting, it was fantastic. Dredd, shout out Dredd multiple times, not only for the clips, but also for the casting. I mean, fantastic job coming out and making his debut.
And appreciate your help over here. But we have Scallywags being very aggressive on high ground. Not a lot of damage coming out. They have to be very quick. They have to stick this. If they ultimately fall, it is going to be Pink taking this point this time around. It is going to a third and final cash out here on TNT
This
Pro
could
Cats and
be
Scrims.
all the marbles for Team Refined.
Yeah. Team America.
Telco. Honestly, #1 bait. Honestly, we should take him fishing. He'll get us a lot of money.
This is might be the set if Scallywags don't get this point. Do or die right here for the Scallywags.
Yeah, everyone's skins and faces are going all over the place. These spectator bugs on these players are insane. But we're just gonna be going for a Pike go down. We're gonna be throwing out the gateway most likely for his team and bring that back up straight to them.
Dude,
Gateway
these
not serving
pikes
that.
are just so crazy on these high grounds, especially on the church. That is the best gun you want. Bully's taking a lot of damage. Bully gets healed back up. Lasagna being very aggressive. They turn things around, but get trades. Heavy light going against. Oh, now it's just medium by himself. Lasagna gets fibbed. Now it's Lasagna by himself. And that will be the fight. Scallywags will have the opportunity to plug this point and stay on the defense. Hopefully they don't take an adventure this time. Decide to run across the map.
Yeah, I mean, if they go to Narnia yet again, I'm going to bet against them. But if they stay close to home, I think they have a good opportunity of taking this point.
That was so funny. They opt for a winch outside. Team America gets spawned in. Lasagna looking for some back shots. Gets smacked in the face by the pike. Lasagna gets his regen. Looks like Scallywags are just hopping for high ground. Ooh, the 9-3R almost taking out Zuki there. Zuki 1 bar in trouble. Having to play his regen. Zuki gets his regen. Police winches in Lasagna, taking him out as well. Massive play by Police right there. Crazy backdoor. Police holding it down. He is out for blood in Bernal. Police being very aggressive as usual. Hopefully not too aggressive this time because Team America able to get away and live. They don't want to run away. They don't want to.
Killer Bunny in mind.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Looking for blood.
Out for blood on Bernal. Not gonna chase him this time. He's learning from his mistakes.
Watch out! Over there!
Now we have Team America all up right now. Lasagna looking for shots on high ground. Getting held by the pike though. Telko is in trouble a little bit. He is half health, but he will get the regen. Looking like
Got some smoke
America,
out there.
Team America wants to go for a bait. They want to take a fight. There's not a lot of time on this point. They have to be very fast here. They're going for the flip. Glitch comes out. Winch comes out. Stops the point. Everybody is still up at the moment. Wally's in trouble. Wally gets taken out.
Cute
Big!
RPG.
Massive!
Look at that fire barrel coming out.
That was massive play by Belize right now. Oh, if we look at the kills too, he's got 11, 7,000 damage. Belize showing us that, you know, he's one of the heavies.
Telko, aka El Taco, the Frenchman himself, master of the pike. Doesn't matter the ping of the chaos he will bring, but unfortunately gets taken out. Lasagna congratulating Belize on that winch.
Scallywags staying alive. We are going to a game 5, baby. Going back and forth with these teams. Man, I'm loving this set, to be honest. These guys are showing up today. And we got 11 kills from Belize's side this time around instead of the Pikes.
I mean, I don't think a Telko is going to be playing model just because of the ping difference, but maybe if it was his own server, he might. But I think he's going to be going for Moss or AK or FCAR or something, or maybe even the Pike. But maybe I might be wrong. What gun does he have in his hands? He does pull out the Pike.
Let's just hope it's purely
Looking like it.
The arena looks ready for action.
The thing is so good.
Freshly pressed
Mess.
before the big
Watch
event.
out! Over there! Enemy got me!
Lasagna got
Down.
beat.
Yeah, while he finishes up that kill with the model, he was kind of like a duck hunt right there. 4, I don't know. Well played, well shot. Wow. Lasagna still is down at the moment.
Gonna be a coin coming out from his way, most likely. I don't think his team even wants to push over there.
Yeah, Refined sticking to the high ground on Dome. Probably just gonna wait for Lasagna's coin, but they will. Scallywags will get a quick plug onto A right now with a TP. Lasagna gets the spawn back in, and we'll see how America decides to hold this at the moment.
We do have a C4 on this cash out.
Enemy spotted! Down there!
Gonna be looking to get some big damage off on Wally.
Over there!
Gonna be rotating away from this point. They do have a drop, so that is a potentially a stall, but Wally getting destroyed by the 93R on top of. Wake out from Belize getting pairs on, but unfortunately he's alone. His team's not with him. They're gonna both go down. And Zuki following shortly after Belize. Unfortunately, not going to be reset, but Perzan gets back up.
Right, we have Atelko going crazy on that Pike, actually. He got the most damage in the lobby with 1,400 damage. Far and away doing the most damage. So maybe Pike was the play, right? Pike is the play for Team America. However, Scallywags will have one more opportunity to try to take this point away and turn things around for the team. This is a Game 5 situation, so this match.
If you're going to gateway his team up on metal.
The winner.
Danger up there.
Right.
Big RPG, big win. Atelko potentially going to go down. Does almost get away at 1 HP. Now Perzan versus Belize going in full effect. Perzan 2v1. Going to be able to get that damage out on Belize, taking him out, but Wally following up, getting that trade. Now it's going to be Lasagna. Belize going to be going, looking for that res. Unfortunately, going to get caught off guard and taken out by Lasagna. Good push.
Yeah, Lasagna doing a lot of work on the back end right there, staying high and just getting some chip damage on the Scallywags. Lasagna playing that really well, knowing his place as a light. You know, lights are really good on the backdoor situations. You want to get the team off on their toes, you know, shooting them in spots where they don't know where you're at. So Lasagna clutching it up for his team in that situation.
The live wires have really connected with each other out there.
I see Atelko and Perzan holding hand in hand. Team Pulsar, the chemistry is locked with them.
Right, exactly.
Gonna use that zip line. They got enemy down there.
Looks like Lasagna opting to stay on high on the dome. However, Scallywags looking to get some damage in, potentially for a pad play. The goo unfortunately gets destroyed, and they are kind of at a stalemate right now. Bully's taking quite a bit of damage, gets healed back up by the heal infuser. Lasagna opting to rotate the point and start moving the box. Scallywags probably going to follow up right behind them as well. So I might just see Scallywags hold high ground right now. They are on model, so it's probably not the optimal play. Trying to figure out what to do here. They have to be aggressive in their face. Like we said, they are running double shotgun, so opting for a more brawl kind of play style here in Vegas.
Gonna be waiting outside in this back alley, looking for a potential jump pad RPG. This is a tough one. They're all going in blind. Nobody has any idea of where anyone is. They're gonna just jump, and exactly, nobody's even there.
Right, but Zuki gets the point out where they are. He is still on high ground, getting a little bit of damage on with the 93R. Lots of damage. Lasagna gets Winston and taken out. Wally's in trouble, however. He is 3-bar. Atelko half health. Perzan gets taken out. And now it's a 2v1 situation, and Scallywags will win the fight.
Yeah,
I think that was the play. Zuki staying on high ground, waiting to get some intel for his team, and it worked out perfectly.
Yeah, I think that was good. I do think Belize needed to get his dome out just a little bit quicker, trying to protect Wally at the first sign of Wally being in danger. Throw that dome out and protect him. You did get the pick, so that was huge. But, I mean, they just won it anyway, so props to them.
Yeah, being a heavy main myself, I already know, keeping your medium up alive, having that medium synergy is critical as a heavy player. You want to be synergized.
We got Gremlin in chat trying to BM his own teammates or former teammates, Wally. But we're going to be going in. Perzan going to be looking for it aggressively. Lasagna gets some damage, does take an RPG. Perzan wastes his dome potentially and loses that winch. Lasagna going to be going down, and now they're going to be pushing full force against Perzan and Atelko.
Scallywags.
And look, I mean, I'm going to call that the Gremlin's curse. Putting the favor towards Scallywags by calling it out in chat. They do take this one.
I mean, they ain't even got to say nothing. They got the point. That's all that matters, right? You can BM all you want. You'll take this game home. Oh, man. Scallywags being aggressive on high ground. Probably going to jump down. Be attentive to this point. Try to get the rotate early, possibly. As Team America jumping in, Lasagna being very aggressive, taking high ground on dome. They both opt for high ground. Big RPG play, however, Felice gets taken out. Telko's half health at the moment. Can Wally turn things around? It is now Zuki by himself. We'll see how Zuki, he just gets taken out. Points still not tapped, so that's actually not that bad. However, Team America will get the rotate this time around. Oh, actually, they got it last time. But they're getting it again. Team America will, looking like they might go Charlie. Charlie is one of my favorite points in the game in this map, so.
And there's a pretty good situation. Honestly, like, he's one of your favorite points, really?
I like this point. There's a lot of leg room with the, you know, you can hold high ground on the middle point. You hold garage.
A
lot of kiting. I like this point.
Right there. It's a good point.
Both teams are opting for high ground. However, Scallywags jumping down right now, trying to find a different route in, get them off the toes. Zuki trying to pressure the team as Belize trying to get the back door. They do hear the zip line. Pad comes out.
RPG coming out, but
Winch comes out. Connor Winch.
Wally getting taken out in Belize. Zuki going to be taking out Lasagna. Atelko going to get the reset on Lasagna himself. Going to be going back in. Belize going to get beamed out of the air. And it's just Zuki. Zuki needs to get a pick or a wipe.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time for another push. They are vibing. This is for the set. This is our third and final cash out. Scallywags on the offensive. They have to be very quick here. They want to take them out as fast as possible to get the flip. There is plenty of time, but I would offer a fight first. See how Scallywags decides to approach this final cash out.
And this is the setup you want. You want this point visible as well as having that drop out in the open. This is the best of everything.
Precisely. Very well set up right here on the side of Team America. AKA Refine.
Lasagna going to be going looking for an off angle, ready to go. Wally just takes some massive damage, and now they don't have that H infuser up. He does get healed back up. Belize going to be looking for a bait. Not going to. Maybe getting out, taking out Lasagna. Belize now so low. They need to get a little bit more value. At least
they might get it. They might get it. I think they have it. They got it. No, they don't. That was so close. Oh, that was so close. Love to see how this set finally ends. I thought they had it, Scallywags.
Yeah. Wow, almost. Belize and Wally teaming up there to get that pick so quickly on Lasagna. Really put that in their advantage.
All right.
Yeah, quick thinking with the smoke. Everything all well-rounded for every team. Lasagna and EU taking the dub. Shout out Perzon and Atelko for showing up. Fantastic job.
Yeah, shout out all of these players. These guys played their behinds off. They showed up, this team. This was fun to watch. Shout out Belize, Zuki, Wally, Atelko, Perzon, Lasagna. You guys are awesome.
Team Refine, Lasagna, Perzon, and Atelko versus Retwist. We got Sergno, Llama, and Cafaneo going to be showing up and throwing down.
That is sick. I didn't even know that.
So, I mean, that's a huge Tier 1 org sponsoring in the finals. I mean, I don't know if I would consider Ape Squad a Tier 1 org, but when you look at the finals as a whole, since it's such a grassroots scene, I got to give ourselves some credit here.
Yeah, we got some good stuff going over here. Love doing these TNT Pro casted scrims. We did used to do pickup games, but now kind of rebranding over here. As we get this match started for you guys, round one.
Let's go. And Atelko is beyond model?
Oh,
or is that from Oz? I cannot tell right now, but
could be the repeater, huh? Could be the Peter.
No, we got Randy picking up the light.
Team America, baby.
We're gonna be sitting in this corner. Perzon, Atelko gonna be dematting in, getting an RPG. Llama almost getting taken out, getting glitched. Lasagna gonna be in a great position to get some damage. Brandy gonna be taken out. So Lasagna traded out swiftly.
2v1 situation. Lasagna or Llama by himself. Atoko and Perzan. He's doing a lot of work on that team though. However, Team America is all up right now. 3v1 against Llama. And Team America.
And now we're going to be seeing Atelco take this all the way over to point A. This is an interesting one. I don't think people have fleshed out entirely how to play Nozomi Citadel quite optimally yet, but I think people have gotten pretty good at holding some of these points. I'm curious to see if they are going to be pushing up or just sitting back in this corner. I mean, it
doesn't take much to learn the spawns in this game either. It's only a few spawns, right, per cash out, so...
Yeah, going to be gatewaying right in. Lasagna going to be playing a little bit far up. Does almost narrowly get winched.
Yeah, we have Retwist kind of in trouble in a weird spot. Lasagna gets taken out by Brenny with a DB. Lasagna is down now. All up on Retwist right now. We'll see how Perzan and Atoko decide to approach this. It's looking like Atoko wants to get the fib up. Perzan's in trouble though. They will just go for a flip. Now Lasagna gets fibbed up in the background here. Now Lasagna, he actually opts for a hold here. They're probably going to try to fib Perzan instead. But now it's Lasagna back up. Lasagna's in trouble. Atoko playing very slow. Retwist being very aggressive and takes him out yet again. Now Atoko by himself. Probably going to want to wait for coins this time around.
That's a huge stagger. Lasagna's going to be out for 20 additional seconds. Perzan just going to be able to coin him right now, and this should be detrimental.
That buys Retwist quite a bit of time here. However, Perzan gets his coin back, and it's a couple seconds till Lasagna gets in as well. So one more opportunity on this point. I think they have plenty of time, but they have to be quick. They have to get these kills and be aggressive here. Lasagna also gets his spawn back as well. Atoko being a little aggressive. All up at the moment. Perzan padding over as well. It's looking like Team America looking for Retwist. They have to find somebody and take him out. Not a lot of time on point. Point gets dropped.
Coming out from Llama, going to be taking down a Perzan to half health. They're going to be healed right back up. No worries, but now Llama's going to potentially have his own dome of himself, but no, he doesn't drop it. We're looking for the RPG instead. Perzan, the last one alive on his team, gets taken out.
Man, I will say, as a heavy main myself, I despise double barrel. That thing could just it feels like it instant kills you on heavy. Like 2 shots is so crazy. Brenny popping off with that double barrel right now. Shout out. So what do you think about the double barrel? I think the matter's a little bit more consistent, but the double barrel is just such a glass cannon sometimes.
I think if I didn't have to worry about the DB and netcode and everything like that, I think the DB would be the #1 pick for Light.
Right, that thing is
maybe
insane.
some range options, but compared to the matter, I do think the matter is way more consistent currently because of the lack of consistency with the netcode. Having more bolts to your name is huge.
Right. Yeah, we do see good players using the matter, like Viper. He really knows how to use that thing with the dash. But DB is just, it's so scary, man. That is like the scariest weapon on Light for me. Not gonna lie.
I mean, especially as a flamethrower, you just burn them and they still just out DDK you. So.
Yeah, it's we don't talk about it.
Moving
Team
on.
America, Team America, pulling up right now on the high ground, holding hands. They opt for low ground actually, looking for Retwist with some DMAT plays, trying to be aggressive here on a fight. They're playing directly below them right now. Stacked on top of each other. Lasagna looking for some off angles. He gets a decent position here.
Nobody has even shot a single shot until now.
Sharing no half health.
I think they saw each other. It just wasn't advantageous to use the utility. But we're going to be moving in back to another kite situation. Lasagna getting winched down by Llama. Does make it away with that gateway. And now will he be using that as bait, but does go up to that high ground. Lasagna going to be flying back. A big RPG goes down. Llama taking down a Atoko to half HP, but Llama now himself down at 3 bars. Lasagna getting
takes
taken
out
out with a model with
Lasagna.
such range.
It is all up on Retwist. All up on both teams right now. Lasagna gets back on his feet, gets his regen. This is a one and done situation. This fight is lasting an eternity right now.
Going over there.
But they still have time to try to retake on the side of Team America. Just coming out down to the last few seconds here. Going for a flip.
His range. He doesn't have a guaranteed stop, but unfortunately, it's now a 3v1 on the way of Lasagna trying to make his dues.
Gets one more kill out before the game ends, and that is a very decisive 2-0 victory on Retwist.
I love this new intro, outro, you know? I
Yeah,
mean,
me
it's
too.
huge.
It's those little details that matter the most sometimes.
And I think they're using the power shift platform or some sort of modified thing like that, but it looks great.
Right.
Chat, what do you think about that? What do you think about the new outro they
Liking the
added?
new stuff? Yeah. Look at the scoreboard. Both teams playing fairly well numbers-wise.
One thing that we got coming up is a whole new revamped website. We're going to be coming out with a ton of new features, a new map prediction model. So anyone can go to the website and see what map is actively being played right now to avoid those Kyoto games. I mean, this is only going to be working for NA, unfortunately. I do think the EU map pool is a little bit different. But other than that, we do have some map features coming in, as well as some huge overviews, highly detailed map overviews.
That's
And we're
apesquad.org,
working
baby.
on with a PO to figure out a bunch of new stuff for the map. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, I kind of had a leak on those that project you're working with Apo, and that thing is really exciting. Can't wait for that to come out. Ape Squad cooking, baby. We're cooking. Stay tuned for that stuff.
And we're going to be going in Brendy, getting a little bit of tickle towards his way. Down 2 bars, looking to regen and playing this bait for this box. And going to be looking for any value you can get on this DB.
Looking like a pike battle. They want to take these distance fights. However, Brendy being a little too aggressive, getting taken out by the 9-3R. Now it's a 3v2. Oh, Lasagna just beaming right now. Also taking out Sergno out the air. Llama by himself gets a kill off. Lasagna looking for that last kill. Looking like he will finally clutch out for his team here. Lasagna hitting him with the beams with the 9-3R. Does look like both mediums are opting for pike pokes right here. Poke fights. So instead of a triple shotgun situation, we're opting for the more reserved kind of play style here. So changing it up just a little bit for this second match. Retwist spawning in, being aggressive on high ground.
That was a big play right there.
Yep.
He's going right in aggressive. No
Lasagna in trouble. Lasagna 1 bar, able to get out. Llama's now in trouble. No kills yet. Lots of damage out, though, on both teams.
Sergno getting taken out from a telco. It's going to be Llama and Brendy holding hand in hand. That C4 could have been used as a bait. Brendy now looking for a pick. Maybe going to start to get the regen. That winch is going to stop that. And now he's going to be one shot. Sent back to the respawn point.
Yeah, this fight concluded a lot faster than the last few fights, so they will have one more opportunity to take this first cash out from Team America over here, aka Team Refined, Team Pulsar. Got like 3 names. I don't even know what it is.
Well, Team Pulsar is Parazon and Telco, and I can't remember who their third is, but
yeah, I was wondering that too.
Their chemistry is hype.
They're going crazy on our servers as well, so
This is going to be a tough one to take. Winching it back up. Look at that. Avoiding the drop. Huge winch from coming out from Lasagna.
They might get the flip. They might just get it.
And Brendy getting taken out. Going to have to use that RPG to block that, and now they just have to play stall. If Llama's alive, they do have a pretty good opportunity to get this winch off. Gonna be missing that goo. And no, they don't even go for it. Llama, where was the winch when you needed it? That goo. What? Look, I mean,
Yeah.
I have no words for that. I mean, that goo blocking the line of sight on the player was fantastic, but Llama even still had line of sight on the cash out. Could have gotten it.
Maybe he didn't have his winch there, because that's obviously the play, right?
He definitely would have had his winch. That thing takes not that long to get back after getting, like, you're only hitting the object, so it's not getting the player cooldown. So it's 14 seconds or less to get that back, and it definitely was back in time.
Whatever the case is, we know winch would have been the play right there. That would have been a massive stall, unfortunately.
Maybe he did winch in and hit the goo. His angle just wasn't right. Or the goo hitbox kind of causing a little bit of confusion.
Right. Looks like Brendy's team, Retwist, will get the plug-in right here. Being very aggressive, very fast. Able to set up right now. Lasagna in trouble. He's 2-bar, however, gets his regen back. And now it is all up, all full health on everybody. It's looking like Retwist is going to play slow this time around, kind of waiting for Team America to make a move.
Here's Brendy. On his team, they're over here as they rotate away. Not quick enough, unfortunately. I mean, looking for some chase. Gets Steam out of down at Telco, finding Brendy, but Brendy able to get out. A huge winch coming out the way of Llama, but Perzon narrowly escapes with half HP. Will they keep kiting? What will they do?
Yeah, this is coming down. Like I said, every time Retwist has this point, they always make these fights last forever. They're just running around, waiting for their opportunity to pounce on.
Seemingly always in position to defend, which is the biggest part.
Exactly. Trying to be very aggressive.
Taken out. Brendy falling shortly after Perzon falling.
2v1.
And now it's a 2v1. It's also going to get that reset, but Brendy also going to be brought back up. Circle needs to look for his regen and not get the stop. What is he doing? Trying to peek that. And now they're going to falter. There's going to be one shot.
Oh, he clutches it up.
Thankfully,
that's what I'm saying.
Sturgill taking that ego peek, I would be yelling at him.
Hey, I knew as soon as Brendy was up right there, I'm like, he got the DB. This is clutch.
He has the DB and he has the ping, so
yeah.
it's his to lose, honestly. But
right.
Look, again, I would be yelling.
Yeah, I mean,
yelling
Team America
at Sturgill to not ego peek at 2 bars.
Almost clutching that out.
Almost tossing the game.
Yeah.
Almost clutching.
Doesn't matter. We're on a third and final cash out here at Sis Horizon. See how these teams opt to play this time around.
It is a big forehead coming out from him. That hat is glitching out.
It is so scary going against Retwist. Their ability to just make these fights last this long is actually impressive. It's literally one and done every single time. Oh, Talco's in trouble. However, he will get some H+ in his system. Looking like Retwist is opting for a tap. Try to get control of this positioning here. Lasagna taking a little bit of damage. Also gets his regen. Nothing connecting at the moment. Yeah, Retwist is playing super slow here. Starting to going up for high ground with Brendy. Llama in trouble. He is half health at the moment. Nothing happening right now. Both heavies kind of trade out a little damage, but both teams are still up on their feet. Oh, Brendy taking quite a bit of damage now. 2-bar, looking like they want to be aggressive on that.
We get a counter winch coming out from Perzon, but unfortunately, he does drop down after doing that winch, not committing to that fight, and does bite his team in the butt.
Retwist now will have the defensive yet again. Will we see this thing go down to one fight as we have been?
Look,
I'm thinking yes.
Their
They
kiting
keep
has been
playing.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, I do think they know exactly what they're doing. Circle doing a great job at dematting around. I think
Right.
Brendy's doing a great job communicating on where to rotate. I think Brendy is a
Right.
huge master of rotation. Let's see if he's
Brendy-
guiding the team here.
Brandy and Llama are on the same competitive team with Sergno filling in at the moment. I believe Brandy might be their medium, right, over on Llama's team?
Yeah, I think Brendy's going to be the medium on that team with spawns. But look, with all these teams moving around, changing the rosters, you know, anything can happen.
Look how they're holding this spot right here with Sergno and Llama on this ledge. Very interesting. Ah, dude, this is going down to one cash out again. You can see the time. This will be a one and done situation yet again on the side of Retwist. So Pink trying to go for the
here
flip.
We go. Going to be going for the force. Going to be getting everyone on their entire team gets C4. That is not going to be looking pretty.
No, it's not. RPG does a lot of damage as well.
Stopping Perzon's regen and doing a little bit of extra damage.
Brenny's in trouble, gets taken out, unfortunately, with the winch. Pink all up. Orange has 2 right now. Lots of damage on Sergno as well.
Point. They don't need to necessarily force the agenda, but they do. Lasagna going to be pushing aggressively.
Yes, sir.
I think if I were that team, I would look, after Brendy gets picked, I would look to stall.
Reset, yeah, Saul.
Because there's no time. You have to look to stall that point. If you're not able to get Brendy up, there's no point
Yeah,
to
you
wait
lose
for that coin.
You lose
need
one
to
more
hold
player,
this.
yeah, it's over. Because they like to bring it down to the wire with these cash outs. So looking like Team America takes it this time. We will have a 1-1 situation, right?
Yeah, we're going to be going into 1-1 off of this.
Kind of blundered at the end. Unfortunately, Brendy was winched and taken out. And that cost it the game. (1-1) on these TNT Pro Casted Scrims. Or ARN, either. But yeah, like I said, pikes are definitely coming out. It will be poke fights for a Skyway Stadium matchup right here. Who will take game 3?
Hey, Cafaneo finally showing up. Got a little bit too locked in. Cafaneo, where were you, bro? No, I don't blame you, but I hope everything's all right. Hope everything's smooth with your life. But we got Brendy in here filling in.
What is chat feeling? Are we feeling Retwist or Team America? Are we feeling Lasagna or Brendy? Who's taking this game, chat? What do we think? I think both these teams are playing so. Oh,
Lasagna getting taken out.
Lasagna gets destroyed. Makes me eat my words right there. However, they do get a fib, and they are chilling right now, resetting. Retwist gets the plug-in.
Yeah.
It's the
They're
rotate.
gonna be able to plug. Don't tell me this is elevator now. This is the point over in the office. All right, thank God. Lasagna gonna be looking for a little flank. They're not privy to his location.
Brandy in interesting spot right now. Brandy's hurting a little bit. He's gonna have to play his regen.
As we see a Telco and Perzon pushing Circle. Circle gonna go and run.
Lasagna gets taken out in the back.
And Lasagna gets taken out. Don't even see that from my POV. Winch coming up from Llama, narrowly missing Perzon. Gonna be jumping over to this high ground now, taking a fight against this whole team, taking it on the Telco. Brendy gonna go falling down, getting that trade, and now we're gonna be going in 2v2. Those heal guns coming out in full force from from Lasagna, and now Llama gonna be running, taking the zip. Perzon does not have a winch, but Llama may be getting his back shortly. He's gonna be able to take out Perzon. Hopefully, finally he goes down at 3v1.
It's a 2v2.
Getting a pick and now resetting it back down to a 2v2. A Telco looking to get the potential slow res on his team as Lasagna backs off. Atelko going for the full res, going to be winched out, stopping that. And now Atelko's on the run, fighting for his life. Lasagna made the choice to back away, wait for his team's coin, but Atelko has 20 seconds to wait. And it's probably going to just be Perzan and Lasagna fighting this point, because to be able to get Atelko back up, waiting for that coin, gonna have almost no time to push this.
Yeah,
and Sergno's gonna be looking at that body, gonna be shooting at Lasagna as he jumps up. Unfortunately, Lasagna does fall to the pressure and dashes off this point. Atelko finally coining in.
I think that was the right idea on
But there's no
Lasagna's end
time.
right there. Just couldn't get inside, unfortunately, falling off the map. And Retwist will take the first cash out of this third match.
Our first cash out goes to the Boundless. Let's see whether they can keep that momentum going.
Yeah, Talco and Perzan really showing up over here on these NA servers. They are just performing time and time again. However, not able to take that cash out.
And now we're gonna be going into Vault 2 under construction.
Look how they're pressuring Serg, yeah.
So far away.
Across the map. That was like at least 300 meters or something. 200 meters. Dude, still pressuring Serg. Sergno's in trouble by himself. He is isolated over there. Brendy has high ground on Crane, though. Able to kind of, you know, peel for Sergno right there. So we have kind of a stalemate right now. Both teams just taking shots at each other. We have America sitting on Hotel, waiting for Retwist to make a play here. They have a really commanding spot on Hotel right there, to be honest.
Yeah, but they do not have the advantage. If Llama wanted to, he could wait all day.
He's bringing it over. Llama bringing it over. He's making a play.
Is Llama crazy going for this plug? And
no, this is good. I like this. No, I like this. It makes his team able to move it, make a play.
Yeah, but Llama's going to be taken out. Look at this.
But they got trades.
But they got,
they got trades.
You're right. Sergnal.
I like it.
They're now a medium down, but they do have the box.
Yeah.
82. Look, I mean.
Now they're going to get the fib. Sergnal maybe get the fib here and gets
he needs to get the
Retwist
fib. He's
on his feet.
dashing all over the place. Atelko, 10 seconds away from coining in.
They get the fib. It is
Brendy just needs to not
3v2.
go down.
Perzan's in trouble. He's half health. It's looking like Sergnal's going to find him, though. He's going to be taken out.
A reverse scenario, jumping across that window, gets taken out. Now we're in a 3v2 yet again.
Yep.
Gonna be forcing the
Atelko
point. Gonna maybe
in.
get a good angle on this. Lasagna gonna be coming into that window, gonna throw a glitch down. But Retwist, getting this point. And now Llama gonna be wasting his dome rather early. Will he get value out of it? But no, he does not. Unfortunately, Perzan goes down, taken out by Llama. Lasagna, 1 bar left. Atelko running for his life, looking for a reset, looking for any sort of help from Lasagna to peel for him as Atelko gets found. Lasagna gets found, and now Atelko falls to the pressure, and Lasagna going to TP back up to roof, going to be playing this high ground, hoping that his team has enough time to get back into this game, because they only have one shot, one opportunity to push this. But Brendy going to be dropping right on top of Lasagna. Lasagna fighting for his life. He knows he needs to survive. Gonna find the way of Llama getting taken out. And now it's just Perzan left with Atelko pointing down shortly behind. Gonna be using his last coin, his last dying breath to look for this point. It's gonna be a 2v3 scenario. Gonna have to swoop by, get this res, and push this point because there is no time.
There's no time. There's no way to
even get this point. They do not have the movement. They're gonna be sitting back. Let him have it. Atelko does rotate in, but he already knows it's over. Gonna be throwing those glitches out, throwing every sort of utility out at that point, and they're just gonna fight, looking for the marbles, picking up after.
And there we have it.
Yeah, you questioned that Llama play, bringing that point over. I like that play specifically because it makes space for Sergno to push in with the pike, because Sergno was able to take a high ground position, take out the other medium, got a backdoor situation. You know, I like Llama taking that space with that point.
I mean, it's high risk, high reward.
Right,
it really
right,
comes
right.
down to whether
He's
or
by
not
himself.
Sergno
Right.
or his teammate can get a pick.
Right. I think Team America was a little slow on pushing Llama there. That's what costed them. Yeah. But you're right. It was a high situation, high risk, high reward kind of situation. I like it. I like those types of plays where you force somebody to do something, you know. It forced America to, you know, start pushing towards the point, which freed up Sergnal. Sergnal was getting pressured by the pike. Was not able to cross at all, so.
And that's 2 games in the way of Team America, right?
Yep. No, it's not.
Not Team America.
Retwist.
Team Retwist. My bad. Team Retwist taking 2 games.
And I'm rather impressed by both of them. So.
Yeah, no, I've been playing against a Telco since Breakout, and he's definitely a little scary. He's nothing to scoff at. He is a pure strategist, so very well done. He's been in this scene for a long time, since season 1, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure if he played any of the open betas, but
right,
OG. I mean, he's a staple, OG in the comp
just like us. Shit. Go way back.
Lasagna be going to get that tap.
Vault 1 is energized thanks to the live.
Tolko might be AFK. Oh, he is back.
Watch out, up here.
Probably needed some water, you know, or coffee. This is so late over there. I don't know. Kazan a little bit in trouble, getting shot down quite a bit. Brandy gets taken out, or Lasagna gets taken out. Sergnal gets taken out. Lasagna back on his feet with the defib. Perzan. Brandy going crazy with the double barrel right now. And Retwist will take the first fight rather decisively right there.
Look,
Tolko a little bit
AFK.
Yeah,
so
a little bit behind. So looking like they will go Bravo though, which is a really strong point. Yeah, a really strong point to take. So he will get the positioning per se. Positioning advantage here. We have Team America spawning in. Probably going to gate over if I were to put my money on it. They will be opting for a gate. Lasagna jumping in with the gateway. Gets his team to safety. They are across right now.
Llama is so ready for this.
Oh, takes out Tolko almost instantly. Llama's in trouble. Oh,
Llama gets taken out by Perzan. Now we're in a 2v2. We do have Paint Team in a disadvantaged state on the low ground as well.
Not sure if that was the play.
What are we doing, chat? Bro, like, get the res, put a pad underneath his feet, and go back up. Like, you know, just leave. There's no reason to push that agenda.
I don't even know jumping like down there like that was the play at all. Like,
yeah. I mean, if you're going to do it, you need to just drop down.
They had the body up top.
And leave.
They had the body. They had one of Team America's bodies up top. They could have just held up top and maybe even wait for a coin. So jumping down there was definitely what put them in a bad spot right now. Dome comes out. Brenny being now aggressive with the
TP in with his team at the same spot. Going to be playing up this ramp, walking up, getting this high ground. Lasagna on a nasty head glitch over there.
Able to chip away a little bit of health, but they are back with the H+ diffuser. We have Team America holding ultimate low ground right now. Bro, get a view on this window spot. This is insane.
Yeah, now we're going to see these teams fighting down to the wire. Brandy almost taking out Lasagna. Lasagna at 1 HP, running for his life, getting taken out. And now we're in a 2v2. We do need to see a steal come out. A Telko's going to have this DMAT. He's going to be able to fight. Llama dropping off
1v1,
that point.
not enough.
Fight on Perzan. Who will win this? Heavy versus heavy. He's going to be going for the jump.
Oh, he goes for it.
Not wise to it. Going to miss that winch.
Stops his regen.
Still, both players missing winches, and Perzan loses it.
Nice little window climb. However, Team America does take the first point, unfortunately. That Sergnal play kind of costed them, unfortunately. Hopefully, they clean up those types of mistakes and take the rest of this game home. They are, I think Retwist does have the advantage on games right now. They are 2-1 against Lasagna right now. So all they need to do is, you know, regroup and take the rest of this home.
Now they're going to be on the low ground, heading over. They do have that pike and that range advantage.
Huge play right here, taking out Atolko with the DB. Lasagna getting some back shots, though. Lasagna's back shots was actually crazy. Perzan getting a massive three-piece right there. I think that was a good TP play, but Lasagna just having such a good position, able to light them up on the entry. We have Perzan top fragging in the lobby right now with 6 kills, 2 deaths, 3,500 damage. He is popping off, Perzan. Retwist does get the spawn back in. They are opting for ultimate high ground right now. Kind of holding hands, waiting for seeing what happens. Llama's in trouble on the low ground. He is half health.
Was going to try and take that jump pad, but unfortunately it's been blocked with you. Perzan glitch with a telco. Now Llama by himself taking a little bit of an ego shell. 2v1.
Not the best positioning on Llama.
Llama
right
just
there.
trolled it for his team.
Sergno's trolling now. Llama's trolling. Who's next? We gonna see a Brendy troll? We'll see. They are waiting for their teammate Llama to spawn in with the coin. They're not gonna want to be seen here because that will be detrimental to this game. Sergno getting away. Brendy trying to get some damage in on Lasagna. Lasagna getting away as well. We have Llama spawning in right now. Jumping into the fight, regrouping with his teammates. They need this point or that will be the game.
I mean, dropping this down.
Lasagna on high right here. They're just going to try to bait him. Point gets winched out. Crazy winch. This is just clinical from now on. Oh, however, Perzan gets taken out by the DP. It is a 3v2 situation. Perzan is doing a lot of damage right now. Llama is in trouble.
Wasting that dome, and now Llama at 2 HP. They do have time to fight, and he can get some good value here. Now it looks like it's over. No way to even get in there. Llama may as well shoot himself with the RPG.
Congratulations to the live wires using speed and strategy.
Wow.
We'll see you next time on the final.
Well played by Team America at the end. Able to hold that final position with the drops, with the winch.
And now we're 2-2.
Yeah,
this should be the last game.
Back and forth, just like the last set. These are fun. Yeah, we have Perzan going crazy along with Lasagna, both getting 6 kills. Both mediums kind of struggling at there, but get in here. Ape Squad. Good community. Nice people.
All right. The live wires
Fun time.
versus the Boundless. Ready, set, unleash the excitement.
As we are going into a 5th and final match here on TNT Catch It Pro Scrims. We have Team America with Lasagna going up against Team Retwist with Brendy, Llama, and Sergno. Looking like they want high ground here on dome. Both teams opted for high ground. However, America drops down, holding the low ground. And now Retwist will have a commanding position up top, kind of chilling. You might see a rotate on point here if there is a TP. Doesn't look like there is. Oh yes, there is. Lasagna sets up a TP for Gateway. He opts for a quick plug onto Bravo. However, Retwist is being very aggressive. Brendan throwing out a barrel, opening up the high ground. Has some decent visuals.
I think both teams are a little spooked to get this plug.
Yeah.
Not wanting to fully commit. Llama going to throw down and look aggressive. Perzan also going to be wasting that dome as both teams back off. Our team finally getting that plug. Lasagna going down to 2 bar. Will they be able to get a pick? But Lasagna's probably going to be able to get his regen, opting to play positioning for those heals.
Right. We have Team America bringing the point over. However, Retwist retaking the point and plugging it in instead. Looking for a pad play, being very aggressive. Nothing connects. All up at the moment. Lots of health on both teams. Very healthy. Lasagna looking for some back shots. Gets a few in. Not too much damage on Serg. Serg able to get away. Now Orange doing. Ooh, Sergno's in trouble. Lasagna pressuring Sergno right now. 3-bar. Sergno gets taken out. Lots of damage on both teams. Oh, they are now down to Llama by himself. And that will be that first fight. That was one fight. Can you believe it? All the way from the start of the fight to halfway through this point, that was one fight.
And now we're going to be finally getting the flip. 1 minute left in this cash out. This is going to be decisive on this game. We're going to be winching this out, potentially getting a winch pad for this. And it's going to be high flying, but does not go anywhere because of that goo balloon.
That was funny.
And now we're going to be going in aggressively. All that time wasted. Llama pushing in, looking for the chase, but he does get away at Telco. And now we're going to be going on assault with Perizon. Llama RPGs himself, ending up taking some massive damage. Perizon at 3-8 bar. Will they be able to get a pick? Signal gets taken out, and now it's just Brandy at 1 bar left, going down through that 93R from Lasagna.
Yeah, that H+ kept Perizon up crazy. I certainly thought Perizon was going to die right there. H+ Infuser proving, even though with the nerf, it is still crazy right now.
I think it feels very balanced. Low-key, looking at what it can do and how much health, it feels a lot more balanced and feels like it can only keep up either half of both your teammates' health or one of them back up fully.
It's still strong.
It's strong, but relatively a lot more balanced.
True.
And this is where I think it should have been on release. I think it should have been at 15 HP burr bullet on release rather than 20.
Not sure if I agree with that, but we are gonna finish this playoff. Sergno is one shot. Also, Lasagna is one shot. Lasagna gets taken out by Llama. Coco fibs Lasagna. Winch comes out. Perizon's in trouble. All up on pink team right now. Perizon just 1 bar. H+ Infuser goes crazy. Sergno is now in trouble. And that will be all 3 of them.
That is
I think
wrote.
we should have saw like maybe like an ammo count reduction. Not so much a like health reduction. I don't know. I guess it's the same thing, right? Like it's like speed versus duration. Not too sure, but
I think
I like things being very strong.
Reducing the amount of burst it can do is probably better versus.
Yeah. I mean, it still pumps out heals really fast, even with this.
We're gonna straight into this.
Very aggressive.
On top of this, missing a winch. Perizon now winchless. Llama taking the zip up, taking the slow way, gonna avoid that gateway from his team. Be going full in, gonna be getting a winch on Perizon, but his team is nowhere to be found. Gonna be getting some great damage on Perizon. Llama goes down. And no trade in sight in Brandy. Ultron.
Sergno and Llama kind of in trouble right now. Togo gets taken out. Perizon gets taken out. Llama. They get the fib. Llama by himself trying to get a res. Can he get the res off? He does get the res off. He takes a lot of damage as he does. That is.
And now we're going to be going down to the wire. There's only be 30 seconds left to take this point.
I personally
If I were Retwist, I would be shaking in my boots right now.
Yes, they are. This is game 5, last cash out. This is do or die on the set. Man, this EU team just pulled up crazy today on TNT Casted Scrims. This is my first time watching these guys, and these guys are going insane right now. Very impressed by this EU team. Shout out EU.
Shout out EU. Well, let's try and get more EU players in the Discord and in the community. We're trying to expand. I know we host NA tournaments, but with the support of all you guys. Maybe an EU tournament week coming soon.
That will be the rest of the game. Unfortunately, we kind of saw this coming on this last cash out.
Yeah,
And we have Team America.
Team America taking over, getting the win double time. Going 2-0 in these 5-0-5 best of 5 scrims.
Yeah, we love to see these players. We appreciate these guys coming out. We had Scallywags with Police come out earlier. Thank those guys. And we now have the Retwist, Llama, Brendy coming out. Brendy coming clutch to fill right now for these teams.
Yeah, huge.
Really appreciate you guys. That was so much fun to watch. Debut with these EU teams, right, on TNT over here. Love to see those guys going crazy. Perzan and Atulko, you guys are insane for real. Also with Lasagna, you already know he does his thing over here all the time when he has the opportunity. We want to thank everybody for pulling up tonight and watching TNT Catch the Pro Scrims. Such a good time. I love doing this stuff. Love you guys. So you got any closing statements?
Look, check out the website. We're going to be doing a quick update there relatively soon, so stay tuned for that. Otherwise, it's been a fantastic time, as always.
Oh, it's always a good time. apesquad.org. Got some stuff cooking for you guys. Got some new content. We're working on something with Apo. That's such a good project. I got the leaks on that. But stay tuned for that as well. It's going to be insane. New kind of features for our website. So